Hey Ratbags, it's Jade. Today I'm showing you guys what the teasers are for Grounded and more info about the next update that's going to be launching very soon. We're going to get a sneak peek at it on the 12th of April, and we're also going to have a Q&A with the game's creative director, Adam Brennigy. And this is what I like to see, Obsidian doing a little bit more than just shouting stuff out on obviously Twitch. An actual blog post like this gives creators something to show off, but more importantly, players they can come back to see teasers instead of having to watch videos sometimes from people like me. So if you don't know, they've had a backyard brawl recently. You should go and check it out. It's up on YouTube now. I think it's got all the parts from pretty much all the rounds they had, or certainly round one, at least part one. There's a bunch of content creators going at it in specially built arenas with commentary by Eric and Marco, with the end result being that you get to take on Chris the Champ. I won't spoil it, but there is a complete rundown now, and you get to find out if Chris got dethroned as the best brawler in Grounded. But on to the stuff that you really want to know about, and the mutation loadouts. As I stated and showed you guys a little while ago, this is something they're working on, and this is going to be in part of the next update, where in effect you'll have loadouts for your mutations. The amount of times I've run into some creatures that have got resistances or different types of weapon damage, and then instantly I have a need for something else and end up pausing the game, taking too long to do it. And especially when you're not in custom mode, obviously you can't pause the action, so it's even harder to choose the mutations that you need at that precise moment. It is going to be part of the game you will be able to open up while you're actually in combat or doing stuff. New radial is right D-pad on the controller or T on the keyboard, and they've now moved the emotes and the chat radial into a single radial. On top of that, they're also adding the ability to have all mutations unlocked when you go ahead and choose your custom modes. So you'll be able to activate them at the beginning of a game, but players are still going to be limited to 2 mutations at the start of the game unless they upgrade their max active mutations in the ASL using milk moders. That or enable fully yoked start to fully max out the active mutations limit to 5. So you won't be able to have all mutations on at the same time, you still will only be able to have 2 or 5 depending on what mode you actually choose. If you do go for the fully yoked start, which gives you the 5, it will give you the max in terms of max health and stamina fully maxed out. They're also changing to do with recipes unlocked and free. So no more wondering what will unlock a certain item or build piece. The recipes will all be on show. You just got to gather the materials to go ahead and craft it. Or all recipe free, which pretty much is the creative mode at the moment, where you can pretty much have access to build everything. And then we've got the handy NAT enabled. This is going to be the new option that gives you ability to kind of hover around using that and build in higher places that you're not able to reach, giving it a much needed boost for creative builders out there. So this option is going to be on by default for creative and creative with bug game modes. For survival game modes, you must convert your game to a custom game first in the game settings menu to enable this feature. Once enabled, Handy NAT can be activated in the crafting menu or the construction radial. The Handy NAT can build from storage near your team and even haul grass planks and weed stems. So that is pretty good, effectively meaning you can get up to higher places with this without having to build a huge amount of scaffolding. It's going to have a light fixture on it as well, and you'll be able to choose directly while in this mode using that to go ahead and build different pieces. I know some players seem to want this in survival mode. I think there are some limits to what you can add and do, but Tiny Pirate Gamer had the best suggestion, saying that they should allow us to use this to at least place blueprints down. But let's start with what it's got for creative before adding and improving it again in future. And more base building pieces are incoming, including the ability now to have triangle stairs so you can complete nice arena builds. I'm guessing that's from the feedback from the Brawl arenas. They can have now proper stadiums and stuff. It will come in all the varieties. You've obviously got the grass and acorn stuff, corner half stairs as well. So there's going to be 2 variants for the mushroom builds as well. So all of this is part of the super duper update. That's what they're calling it. Does sound very much like quality of life. I think that's going to be great for a lot of people, but I do sense that some people are going to be maybe a bit miffed we're not getting more substantial content. By the looks of things, it really will be the summertime before we get a nice big chunky update. That will, I'm sure, add a brand new area to explore with new creatures, new quests and more. But for sure, alongside a bunch of other stuff, I'm sure this update will be good. People do seemingly want more creatures and more stuff, but the fact is the game is finished. So expecting them to roll out updates every 3 months like they were doing, with huge amounts of stuff in it, brand new stuff like creatures and biomes and stuff, is a bit unrealistic. They're still a small team, they're not going to be able to do that kind of thing every 3 months. All I've ever wanted them to do was communicate a little bit more about the updates, and this is the kind of thing that I'd like. Albeit maybe a little bit sooner rather than only maybe just a week or two before the update drops. But it's a good start. I do, as I said, show plenty of evidence in the past that there will be substantial content coming. It won't be paid DLC, but it will be an update that will add an expanded area with new stuff to do. Hence why they keep saying, or have said in the past, they're not adding any new bugs to the backyard, but it doesn't stop bugs being added to new areas. But we are in April now. This has taken nearly 3 months to drop. So yeah, I'm not expecting a big update to maybe July. And that might be the order of things now. Quality of life updates every few months, and then one big expansion update once a year. And to be honest, I'm down for that. So plus all of this and more are going to be revealed on April the 12th. I did tell you guys I will live stream it at the same time on YouTube. So if you're not a fan of Twitch or you can't use Twitch, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and we'll watch it live together. It'll be 1 PM PT time, 4 PM ET, and that should be 9 PM in the UK. So yeah, good stuff. Like I said, more will come with this update, and hopefully we get a glimpse or tease in the future a little bit sooner about when they plan to add some other big expansion. So as always, I'll be there to show you guys. In the meantime, please go and subscribe to my brand new channel. I promote it as much as I can because I'm close to getting 1,000 subscribers and being a partner once more. I am going to have a grounded 100 days incoming. It's going to be my director's edit of the 2 previous ones I've done. But I have been thinking about trying to do my hardcore series into a full-blown 100 days as well. That's always been the plan, even if it has taken me quite a while, this one. So yeah, go and check it out now though. You will be seeing a Small Land 100 days very soon. And I've got The Forest and Sons of the Forest, pretty much big movies, completing all the game, all in one video. So until next time, Ratbags, I'll catch you later.